Hi, and welcome to the heat treatment segment on the clay-fired technique. We're going to start by presenting the finished knife ready for heat treatment. This knife has been worked and ground. Now, as we know from the prior video on heat treatment basics, a ground and worked knife has built up stresses that need to be relieved prior to hardening. And that process, called normalizing, is what we're going to do first. Here we are at the oven. We've used the digital pyrometric controls to select the temperature that we require. We're going to place the steel in the oven well before it reaches that temperature. In fact, we're going to do it right now while it's still quite cool. At around 450 degrees, we're going to remove the piece and add an anti-scale compound that will keep the blade finish and surface from oxidizing. Okay, here we are back at the oven. We're ready to apply our anti-scale compound. I'm going to use our salt shaker to apply the compound. You can see the powder melts and creates quite a nice coating over the whole surface of the bevels, preventing them effectively from oxidizing in the forge. Now we'll get this back in there, and we'll allow this to come up to its normalizing temperature, and then we'll come back and take it out and let it air quench. Alright, we're back, and as you can tell by our alarm going off here, we've reached the moment of truth. See the nice robust orange color we've got going on in the forge here. We're going to pull our knife and we're going to let it air cool. There it is. A lovely color. We're going to set it here for air cooling. We're going to turn that alarm off. Okay, here we are at the workbench. We've got our normalized knife blade. We're now going to apply the clay coating to the spine of the knife blade. Now, we're going to use two things as ingredients for our clay coating. One is pure bentonite, which is readily available at pottery supplies. The other is wood ash. So let's get some of this made up. Okay, you can see I'm starting to build up a second coat now, a heavier coat on the spine. And I'm using the brush Now this pattern, this wavy pattern, or whatever pattern you might choose, is somewhat of a signature in that each one is unique, and specific patterns can be contrived to the maker's peculiar taste, which will leave very distinct lines mimicking the shape of the clay line that was placed on. Okay, here we are back at the oven. And I'm just about to crack it open. We've got our piece at 500 degrees in preparation for another application of anti-scale compound. So, as you recall, we've clay coated our blade. I'm going to gently pull this out of here. There you can see the clay coating that we contrived, I hope. And I'm going to get that anti-scale compound on there now. Alright, back into the oven she goes. Now I'm going to ramp up the temperature to our critical temperature, and in a few minutes we'll be back for the quench. Very exciting. Okay, we're back, and you can tell by our alarm that we've reached temperature and it's time to quench. We're just going to warm up the oil here a little bit with the propane torch. Call that good enough. There we go. Quite a display. You don't want to breathe these fumes if you can help it, that's for sure. I would be wearing a mask, but I didn't know how it would turn out in the audio. So there it is, finished quenched. Okay, we're back, and here we have the hardened knife, and you can see the clay's been removed. We've got, starting, what will be a lovely temper line. We're going to pop this knife back in the oven now at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for an hour. We'll take it out, allow it to air cool, and then do one more cycle for 1 hour at 400 degrees F. Alright, hi there. Welcome back to this video tutorial on the clay-fired technique. Here we have our finished knife, heat treated, showing, unfortunately vaguely, in a reticent manner, the temper line that we were looking for. Now I'm going to bring this up to the camera at a couple different angles and hope that we can get a good look at it. The autofocus is not going to really come into play very well here, so forgive the image. I'll take a few pictures as well and include them in the demonstration. You can just see here, vaguely, the line indicated by where the clay was positioned on the knife.